Hi there, I'm Aldo Roberto, Councillor for the City of Thunder Bay, and today I have Pino Damasi with me with the Real Concerned Citizens page. I've asked Pino to come on and I've asked other people to come sit down with me, have a conversation about their sites. I comment on other sites, and sometimes when I see derogatory remarks or allegations or racist things, I try to contact the administrator or try to contact the site and say, take it down. So I did that with the Bear Clan in terms of allegations, and someone commented on my thread, hey, why don't you do that with the rest of the sites that are doing that? And he mentioned a couple of pages, and the Concerned Citizens was one of them. So I reached out and I put another post out saying to all sites that deal with the public, that allow comments to come on and sometimes cannot monitor them all, to sit down with me, have a conversation, explain to the people out there what's happening with the site, how are you going to change, how are you going to make it better for the people of Thunder Bay. So Pino, first of all, thank you for coming down. I appreciate the fact that you accepted this conversation.
Thanks for inviting me.
Not a problem. I contacted you because originally when you had your site, there was a lot of controversial, racist remarks and everything. Could you explain to the people in the beginning what happened with your site and why you allowed that kind of conversation? What was your thought?
Oh, we never allowed like racial comments to happen, and as the site grew bigger and bigger, we started making stronger rules. No personal attacks, no posting pictures of people's kids, stuff like that, right?
Okay.
But the big issue is a lot of people will see something that is on there that shouldn't be, and instead of reporting it to admins or just letting us know, they just screenshot it and say, oh, look what I saw. Admins must allow this. It's like, no. There's anywhere from 60,000 to 100,000 comments a month, and we don't have the time to read all that. That was ridiculous, right? So we lean on people who see this stuff to let us know. When we see it, of course, we get rid of it. But the big misconception is that just because you see it there, it means we allow it. There's a report to admin button that you can put. You click on someone's comment and you go report to admin. We get that right away and we sort it out. We used to post when we banned people, why we banned them with screenshots of their comments. But even with that, people were complaining, oh, now you're just blasting these people for whatever they're saying, right?
Well,
and so we stopped doing that, and now we've been banning in silence. And it's just starting, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I started doing that again. I think we've got up to 6 people banned since I started doing it a couple days ago. And people are noticing now. Now people are like, yeah. And now that I put that out there that we're doing that, more people have been coming forward with comments instead of just getting upset with it, right?
Well, first of all, the point I was trying to get across was when those comments slip, they make the site look bad, they make you look bad, but in my case, I say they make the city look bad. And you're right, people are taking these comments that are slipping by, racist, hatred, and whatever it is, posted on their own sites and say, look at Thunder Bay. And that's how Thunder Bay, one of the reasons why Thunder Bay is starting to get a bad reputation across the country. Those comments, when they slip by, hurt everybody.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm glad to see you are taking measures to do that.
And you know what, we have, over a year ago is when we really started buckling down and like really restricting the personal attacks and everything. But the one thing people tend to forget is that it's not just on the Real Concerned Citizens where this stuff happens. You can look at any page from any city across the world. There's a Timmins page, there's Toronto pages, Vancouver, even on mainstream news websites. You go there, the comments are just as bad, if not worse. And someone even said today that our page is actually one of the more stricter ones with rules for comments, but people need to report them, right?
Okay, so
if it doesn't come across our attention, people think I have all the time in the world. I don't. Like I'm writing stuff. I got kids I'm raising. I don't have time to sit there and read 60,000 comments. And neither do the other admins. They all work full time. So when we get a report to admin, we gladly get rid of it, ban the person, and now we're going to start posting their comments. So whoever's out there commenting, watch what you're posting, because you could be the person on the next post saying, "Look at this asshole, he got banned."
you can say it.
Okay. Yeah. So look, yeah.
So that's a good point, and I actually called you about that too the other night. I said,
yeah, you mentioned it to me, and I've been doing it since, and it's been good. A lot of people are saying thank you.
Yeah, I called people up and I said, listen, those people that are making those comments, screenshot it, ban them, put it out there, and let the people know why you're blocking them. I think that's important, because the more idiots that you catch and ban, the next idiot's going to think twice.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, hopefully.
That's the plan.
But there's always there's an unlimited supply of idiots out there that will continue to do stupid things. There's phony accounts.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of phony accounts. We don't really have a problem with phony accounts as long as they stay respectful, because a lot of people, like, you know, doctors or even some politicians, judges, lawyers, they have social media rules. They're not allowed to like or comment or anything, and they want to get involved in the comments. They want to share their opinions, you know. And 9 out of 10 fake accounts, just sit there and watch, you know. Some of them comment, and there's the odd troll that comes out, right? So we're not against fake accounts, but if they start stirring the pot, like I booted one out not long ago, I forget his name, it was just yesterday, you know, fake account, clearly fake account. He's causing trouble, personal attacks on other people. He said something that was pretty borderline racist. I don't have time to decide whether it's racist. If it's close enough, you're out of here. See you later.
Okay, so how many people do you ban a month? How many people do you ban a month? Or block or whatever?
On average, it's about 2 people a day.
2 people a day, so you're like 60 people a month.
Yeah, that's an average. You know what? There's been some days where I banned 50 people because there's a hot topic and a whole bunch of people with ignorant, hateful comments come out. So, you know, boom, in one day I could get 20, 30 people, 50 people, right?
Right.
It changes all the time, but an average day is about 2 to 3 people.
Now, you told me how many thousands of people have you blocked so far from your site?
Well, see, originally, about 6 months ago, we had, I think it was around or just over 2,000 people on the ban list. And a bunch of people started petitioning us saying, you know, my friend made a mistake, unban him, this person should come back, unban them, give him another chance. So we put it to a vote, and people said, yeah, just unban them, give him another chance. So we did that. And things got really, well, we left like the 50 worst people still banned, that, you know, they're not coming back. But it took about 3 months after that, because all these people that were banned came back and they just started back in the same crap, spewing the same crap. So it took us about 3 months to clean up after that mess. And as it is right now, I think it's around 1,000 people are back on the ban list.
Okay. You know, what have you learned as an administrator of this site? What have you learned from when you started to right now? What have you learned about social media and the effects that your site is having on our society? How do you think your site is influencing what goes on in the city?
You know what? I'm not really, that's a loaded question. I'm not really too sure exactly how it's influencing things. I think it's definitely informing people of not only the types of attitudes that people have, but it's informing them of what's going on in the city that they wouldn't have heard about otherwise, right? And it's also it's done some positive things too. Like there's been times where people are reaching out on the page that they don't have food, they don't have, one guy was just looking for a pack of cigarettes one night and someone came and helped him, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of these little small things that happen all the time on there that don't get noticed. But I think it's given a good platform for people to go on there and talk about what's going on with them, what their issues are. And there's been numerous times where people have brought up the issues they had with the city, and you yourself commented on there and sorted it and handed it out. And you know, there wasn't any phone calls between anyone, it was just a comment, a message, and boom, bang, biff, and things were taken care of, right?
Yeah, I will say that when people do post, no matter what site they post on, if I'm tagged on it or messaged, I will respond. I don't have time to go check every site.
No, I mean, like, you've actually, like, you know, someone's complained about, remember the sidewalk where there was some holes in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you went in, and, you know, so there's been some positive things. It's a pretty, the page keeps evolving every few months. There's new aspects and angles that I'm learning about it. So, from what I've learned, I know that there's lots more to learn.
Okay, Pino, what is your goal going forward? Now, we've had conversations how to clean up the site and what to do. What is your goal, and what is your, what do you want to say to people going to be about the goal of your site moving forward? Because you've gone from like a Wild West cowboy type of thing, to now you're tightening everything up, trying to make it better, trying to get a better image, trying to... Over
the years, what I noticed, what people want is they want to know what's going on in town, they want the whole story, and they don't want any bullshit. So going forward, which my goal has been throughout most of this year, is just to put out what's going on. But what's going on here, what happened over there, people want to know. So I want to do that, but I don't want any of the ignorant comments and attacks that is all too common all over the internet.
Okay.
Which is a big task, but with everyone helping out, pitching in, when you see something that's ignorant, report to admins. I can't stress that enough. And we've always, for the majority of the life of the page, when people report things, racist or hateful or homophobic, we've always dealt with that with a ban. So if people don't report, though, there's nothing we can do. Okay,
now, just a little bit sideline here. You've had some comments on there about the traditional press, etc. And I know you got into fights about different topics, etc., whether you're legitimate or not legitimate, and it's kind of escalated over the ways. Moving forward, what's your approach moving forward with the press, the traditional mainline stream press? What do you want to accomplish?
What do you? I don't understand.
Well, what I'm saying is, you fought with these guys publicly. You shot them down. They've shot you down. Can we sort of say, hey, you know what? Let's bury the hatchet. Let's go forward. Let's forget the past. Let's just focus on what we're doing.
I'm already there. I'm just focused on what I'm doing. I don't really care what anyone else is doing.
Okay, fair enough.
What I'm doing, a lot of people see value in it. There was an ex-CBC journalist who said he loves what I'm doing, he likes it, and he hopes there's more of it. There's a lot of journalists out there who appreciate the page. They see the value in it. They like the honesty and the straightforwardness of it, right?
Okay.
So, a lot of people saying it's illegitimate, it's this, it's that. Well, whatever you want to label it, it's there, it's real, and it's provable.
Okay, so you've been criticized, not just personal criticism, about posting pictures of car crashes, releasing names of individuals that have been murdered or attacked or whatever it is there, before the press does, before anybody does. How do you justify that? How do you say, you know what, why do you do that?
See, here's the thing, there was an incident where a person passed away, and hours later, the own family was posting it all over Facebook that he was dead. So at that point, they're telling the world he's dead. So it's out. It's not like I went and spied in the hospital to see what was going on. That information was put publicly. And you know what? Another local media did something similar shortly after with the next person who died. They got the information from the family and posted it. So although the average person on the street who has nothing to do with his family or anyone else gets upset because they're like, oh, the police didn't do a media release yet. Well, this is how news works in bigger cities. You'll see that they actually do investigations on their own, find out information. They don't just wait for the media release to come out, right?
Okay. Courthouse edition, do you own it? Because
I have nothing to do with that. There's a big misconception that I run the Thunder Bay Courthouse Inside Edition. I do not. I'm not an admin, I'm nothing, I'm just someone who reads the page like everybody else. People get confused because they see their articles on my page and my articles on their page. When I like an article, I'll share it. Just like anybody else, when they like an article, they share it. When they like one of my articles, they put it on their page. That's it. We don't take showers together, if that's what everyone's asking,
So you have nothing to do with it?
Absolutely nothing to do with it. That's not me. I'm TRCCTV, that's it.
Okay.
It would be a Christmas miracle if I had 2 pages, 27,000 people large. You know what I mean?
How many people help you out on the administration?
There's me plus 3 or 4 people right now. 4 people.
Okay. Do you understand why I've asked you to come here and talk about things?
Oh
right?
yeah.
You understand that those pages, when things slip by, hurt our city.
Oh yeah.
And it just promotes racism, promotes hatred. Not that you want to do it.
Yeah.
But it does happen, and I feel a responsibility to talk to everybody that's an administrator and tell them, hey, how can we tighten this up? The fact that you're now posting the person that is making a stupid comment and posting a comment as an example to others, I think that's fantastic. And people out there, report any incident you want to administration. There's a button there.
Oh yeah, I actually posted how to do it today.
And let's clean it up. Let's clean up these sites. Let's make them better. Let's get our reputation out there. We don't want a couple of idiots that keep posting all the time to ruin our reputation in our city. We're trying to improve. Racism isn't here. We're trying to address it. We're trying to move forward. I'm not here to endorse any site or to promote anybody. I'm here to talk to the administrators, and I'm hoping that other administrators out there will reach out to me, sit down, have a conversation, and let's discuss their sites and what they're doing to clean them up. Thank you very much for being here today and watching, and Pino, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your honesty and candor. I hope that moving forward, we see a big change. I'm sure we will, and I know you're going to do your best to do that.
I think one of the big things is that people just didn't know we were banning people because they would see the comments. Very few would get reported, and we just banned them, and that would be it. There wasn't like a public posting that someone got banned. So a lot of people would think that nobody's getting banned, right?
Yeah.
But now we're going to make people aware, like here's a ban, here's a ban, here's a ban every time, right?
Perfect. Thank you.
I think that might have been a part of the misconception around it, right? Because people just see the comment, then the comment's gone, and then they just didn't see that person commenting anymore, right? So it's...
Well, the good thing about this conversation is
now people know. Yeah.
Now people know. I'm going to post it, or I'm going to let you post it, and I'll just share it.
We can both
Okay?
post it, yeah.
Because I think that it's important that you hear what he has to say, and I guess acknowledge the fact that you are doing things to change it. You need the public's help, and we're going to move forward. Thank you very much. I'm going to cut it right there, and again, just extend that invitation. Thank you again. Take care and have a great day.